Yo guys, what's going on? It is Invin here, and today what I'm going to be bringing to you guys is a video of my top 3 things that you need to know before the December update comes out. And these 3 things are going to be the most crucial knowledge that will get you ahead for this upcoming update. Now, we are on December 12th. This was the original expected date, but it has been pushed back a couple of days. We're not 100% sure on a final release date for this yet, but I wouldn't have thought it will be more than a week away. So this is the perfect time for this video to go live, so you guys can get ahead of this just before this update goes live. So the first thing that I want to talk to you guys about today is actually going to be gathering tools. Now, for a lot of you, you might think this is a bit of an odd one, but stick with me. There's a very, very good reason why. And a big shout out to Philmate and Whaley from my company. You guys are fantastic. They gave me the idea for this one. This is really, really cool and will work absolutely brilliantly when this update does go live. So, of course, we're going to be seeing the brand new trade aptitude skill system there, and with that, it is going to allow us to progress past level 200. Now, that means that if you have the perk on, say, for example, like I've got on my knife here, which says gain 8.2% more skinning experience, and it's called Tanner's Discipline. You can get this perk on each of the different items that you have. So obviously you can get like a logging one, which would be a logging discipline or miner's discipline, etc, etc. Now, the reason these are really, really good is because, of course, it will progress you past level 200 a lot faster. Now, some people might not be so bothered about that, but there's a couple of reasons why this is really, really important. Firstly, you get the caches for your trade skill aptitude, so 3 times per extra level that you do, you will get a cache, which is every increment. So if we look on the current trade skill levels, you guys will be able to see that, you know, I've got my, for example, mining is at 200. So one about here, where I'm wiggling my mouse now, next one just to the right, and then one back up at the top. And those 3 caches per level, so it'd be like 200 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3, etc., will actually give me, you know, whether it's things to do with that profession, so whether it's going to be schematics, whether it's going to be resources, all types of different stuff which can help you to progress in the game, in the world of crafting, and just in the world of a tournament in general. So they are going to be very, very sought after. But one thing that's going to be crucially important is the brand new gypsum system, and one of the gypsums that you get per day, which is on a daily lockout, can be from the trade skill aptitude caches. So if you go ahead and make sure that you've got this discipline on a weapon, or a gathering tool I should say, this is going to allow you to progress that trade skill aptitude marker, whether it's even just a third of the way through a level per day or whatever you want to do, much quicker than other players, and actually be able to fulfill your gypsum from that one much more often than the majority of players. Now, the reason I'm telling you guys this ahead of time is basically because they are very, very cheap on the auction house right now. For me, my marketplace is selling these for around about 500 to 1,000 gold, depending on the gear score, etc. of the tools, and I already had this one. I am going to work on getting some more straight after this video because it is going to be really, really good, but I do already have a pickaxe and also my sickle in my bank waiting to go. But currently right now, obviously luck and as of extraction are better because those are 2 level 200 things that I actually have. So just kind of working on my login there to get that one up as well. Now, the next thing that I want to talk to you guys about here is actually getting a weapon with corrupted damage, and this is going to be because the breaches that you do are going to be part of the gypsum system as well. So if you look at this axe which I have here, you can see that it is a plus 30 axe, really, really good. It's the Dark Sky one, which is a 600 weaponsmithing craft one. Excellent axe, but if we go ahead and look at this one that I've got in my inventory here, you guys will be able to see that I've got Corrupted Bane on it. And this one is plus 14% damage to Corrupted. Now, obviously, Corrupted have a natural kind of affinity against any dex weapons and arcane damage or arcane damage, so you will do more damage to them with those. So things like the life staff, for example, is really, really good, or any arcane gems. But of course, weapons that have a percentage damage increase to the corrupted are going to be really, really good, and that is because you do need to clear 7 corrupted portals per day in order to obtain the gypsum. For doing that, you get 1 piece of gypsum per, and it costs 7. It's the amethyst ones you need, costs 7 of those to craft a gypsum orb. So again, if you are going for those daily clears, again, right now these are selling for very, very cheap on the marketplaces. I don't know why, but people are clearly not utilizing them for invasions purposes, but it is going to be solely worth it, especially with, of course, the trophies and stuff like that when you get into that section of the game, as well as it is going to help you with invasions and, of course, the end game elite zones that have got corrupted mobs in, because some of those, again, if you kill 3 open world bosses per day, so any of the elite zone bosses, that is another way to get a gypsum orb, 3 boss kills. So with that, you'll then be able to use your corrupted Bane weapon for corrupted elite zones and for these breaches, so it's going to be a really, really worthwhile investment. And finally, the thing that I want to cover here today is leveling up as many of your skills as you can to level 200, of course, to increase your chances of getting more and more of these trade skill aptitude caches, as it does seem like they are going to be one of the best ways to get your schematics, your patterns, any of your recipes, as well as craft mods, materials, and reagents, all that good stuff. But one really, really important one, which if you've been watching the channel the past week, I've talked about this a lot, so apologies if you have heard it, but of course, it is going to be stone cutting. As you can see, I'm at 151, this was at like 80 yesterday. I've been really powering through trying to level this up, and the reason this is because you want to craft arena keys and expedition keys. Now, with the upcoming update, those are going to be two of the best sources for expertise increases, as well as getting some of your timeless shards, and on top of that, also getting a gypsum. So you would get one gypsum orb from completing an arena per day, and one from completing an expedition per day. Now, of course, you might not have enough keys to do one per day, which is why I'm urging people to level up stone cutting specifically. Of course, I'm at the level now where you've got to obsidian void stone, but you should always, just on a general basis now of how the crafting has been updated in your life skills, craft the highest tier 1 to earn the most XP. You'll see at the bottom here, I get plus 9,240 for every obsidian void stone, and then lodestones, it's plus 1,500, so it's absolutely worth it. Of course, I do need to get more lodestone, as you guys will see, and I do need to get some more lodestones, which is these ones here. You can pick up any of the elemental ones and use those in place. They're fairly cheap on my server, so hopefully they are on yours as well, and you can level this up. It is going to be something crucial. You at least want to be 150 before the update, which is why I've gone up to this, but I'm going to try and hit 200 before it, because it is going to be vitally important. If we scroll down and look at those, you know, Lazarus keys, you can craft at 150, but obviously you do need the rune stones in order to craft those, and that is level 200. So if you wanted to do these properly, you're definitely going to want to use these. Good thing is they do require obsidian void stone, so once you do use that to level up and you're crafting that to level up, actually keep hold of it, because it is going to be useful. And then of course you can craft things like the Lazarus tuning orb, Genesis tuning orb, which are going to be really, really vital to do daily if you can, just one or the other. And then of course you've got the Protector's tuning orb, the Menecius tuning orb, and the Siren tuning orb. Again, one of those per day if you can is going to be super, super beneficial for the gypsum system, and of course for a guaranteed expertise bump of the bosses in both of the expeditions and of course each arena. And then in expeditions as well, you also, like I mentioned before, have that drop of a guaranteed timeless shard, which is going to be one of the best things to craft, where you are guaranteed a certain attribute and certain perk regardless of what else you get on it, which is fantastic. So obviously that's one to really level up, as well as all of the other ones, so you can get the caches if you can, but certainly focus on stone cutting. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video, found it useful and informative just ahead of the update here. Make sure you get on top of this stuff. These are my 3 most crucial things that you do need to do before this update goes live, so that you can be on top form. If you have enjoyed today's video, please do leave me a like on the videos. It really, really does help me out and helps support my content here on the channel. And if you are new, make sure you drop in a subscribe. We are trying to hit 12,500 subs before the end of the year, and I do upload every single day, so I would love to have you guys here as part of my channel community. We're growing a massive community here, and it has been absolutely fantastic so far, so I would love you to be a part of that. Other than that, guys, as always, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for your time, and I will catch you tomorrow on tomorrow's video. Take care, and peace.